Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be going over Mono Black Soultrader. So this is a combo deck built around World Soultrader and Gravecrawler. You combine them together with Marionette and you get to ping your opponent twice per Marionette activation. Burn them out if you've got at least half as much life as them. And there's a lot of other cool things that go on in this deck, like a Grave Scam package with Not Dead After All and Greed. You've got Jet Medallion with Chthonian Nightmare enabling some more combos. So plenty to talk about here. Real quick before I get into this, gotta plug myself real quick. Check out my Patreon, it's linked in the description. I have a bit of a different piece of content on this deck than usual because I'm actually working on 3 different builds of this deck right now. There is this mono black version, which I've got some variations of, and a black white version and a green black version. So I've got an article rather than going in depth on just one version. I'm just kind of going over the 3 different versions, how they differ from each other, and the pros and cons, how I've kind of built them, my philosophy on that. And then rather than just like an in-depth sideboarding guide on one of them, kind of got like a generally just talking about matchups and how you want to approach sideboarding with this archetype, both because, there's these different versions of the deck and because the format's about to get shaken up with the Nadu ban and stuff like that. So don't want to go like too in detail for something. Just kind of more of like an overview of the deck and just like stuff you might be interesting to know if you're playing the archetype. And yeah, I think this deck and this archetype is really fun. So definitely check that out if you're interested. It's also the best way to support me if you like this content. And make sure to also like, comment, subscribe, yada yada. So anyway, let's get into the deck tech. So as I mentioned, World Trader with Gravecrawler. Since World Soul Trader is a zombie, you don't even need another zombie. You could just sack it, replay it, sack it, replay it. Costs you a life each time, but with a Marionette in play, you'll ping once from sacrificing Gravecrawler, once from sacrificing the Shadow. That's 2 damage per activation. Multiple Marionettes, it's even better. And you can also get like a Massacre in play to increase the amount of damage output. But that's the main engine of the deck, and so to find Gravecrawler, we've got Stitcher Supplier, and then we've got Chthonian Nightmare, which is really the backbone of this deck, because you can use it to recur combos like Warren Soul Trader and Marionette. You can use it to get value by looping Marionettes and Bowmasters and stuff like that. And also with a Jet Medallion in play, Chthonian Nightmare goes absolutely nuts. With Warren Soul Trader and some 2-drops, you can generate these loops where you stack one of the halves of the 2-drop, like you sack the Bowmaster's token to make a treasure to then recast Chthonian Nightmare, stacking up Bowmasters, getting back another creature, and you can just kind of do that over and over. When Chthonian Nightmare is 1 mana, it's really easy to generate these loops when you're generating mana with Worn Soul Trader. And this deck is running a Grief Scam pack, it doesn't have room for as many 1-drops, but in the other version of this deck, which I actually have a lot of hope for after the Nadu ban, where the Grief Scam thing will be less necessary. We've also got Shambling Ghast, and you can use Shambling Ghast, 2 Shambling Ghast, loop with Chthonian Nightmare, and a Gem Medallion in play. Actually just goes even on mana, so you can win if you've got a Marionette. But anyway, I think the Scam package is probably, hold on, let me find the deck again, where did it go? Yeah, so the Scam package is really important because of just Nadu and Etron and all these like kind of fast combo decks that you need to have a lot of interaction for. And so with the Grief Scam package, like both Grief and Not Dead After All work pretty well with the rest of the cards in the deck. Not Dead After All, a lot of your creatures are dying, getting back like a Bowmasters or something is a nice value, or protecting a Soul Trader. Grief, you can actually do stuff like sacrifice it in response to the trigger, even if you don't have a Not Dead After All, so you can sacrifice it to the 2 Flare of Malices, which give this deck a little bit of extra interaction. Really important for the Nadu matchup, because you can kill Nadu without targeting it, and, it can stop through the Breach till draw Emrakul, which is pretty cool. You can also sacrifice it to Dead Dispute, which is another sack outlet that this deck is running. Not really hard to find a creature or artifact to sack in this deck. It's also great with Jet Medallion, because it's kind of free with Jet Medallion in play. Costs 1 mana, but you get a treasure. Gives you multiple Marionette triggers. So really a strong card. Also can like help you ramp up to a big meat hook in matchups that you need to. So yeah, I really like Deadly Dispute in this version. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Of course, you got Bowmaster as just being a really broken card, but also 2 bodies for 1 mana is really good. And you can do some stuff where, like, if your opponent activates a ring, you can sacrifice the Orc army in response to every trigger. So you can get an activation out of each of them. You can generate a bunch of damage with a Marionette in play. Oh, and actually, speaking of Marionette, it's really good with Warren Soul Trader. Even if you don't have a Gravecrawler in play, just can deal 2 damage per creature, which is nice. So yeah, also the mana base got 2 Bugart Trawlers, and then Mutavault's a nice land. Phyrexian Tower is really, really strong. Mutavault's mostly just because it's a zombie, so you can let you recast Gravecrawler, and it's a creature that just kind of sits in place, so you can restart the Chthonian loop even after you get Wrath. And then Spy Master Vault's like the most interesting and important um, utility land in stack because what you can do is you can do stuff like looping Gravecaller with Soul Trader without a marionette, which still generates a bunch of creatures dying, and then spam Master Vault and can I have like 10 or whatever. Lead through the opponent, find whatever you need, kind of like Demonic Tutor, Pillage the Bog type thing. Um, and also could just generate some nice value and creatures are naturally going to be dying a lot with this deck, both because you're sacrificing your own creatures and maybe killing your opponents. So Vault's a really great card. Then we've got a bunch of swamps because we need Vault to be entering a tap, and 2 Urborgs. Could see going down to 1 if there's more black decks in the meta that can benefit off the Urborg. But, making the Beetle Vaults and Phyrexian Towers black is nice. Um, so yeah, that's the deck. Now onto the sideboard. Got 3 hooks. This card is really, really good against energy. Really important part of the plan against energy. And we've also got some extra removal for the energy match. We've got 2 fatal pushes and another Flare of Malice. The Flare isn't the best against energy. It's more for like Nadu and Eton and stuff like that. The beach version of that. Got 3 Thoughtseize. Um, just some nice interaction. Not running the full 4 because we got a bunch of griefs, but still just great against control and combo. And we've got some Graveyard Hate, 1 Surgical, 2 Nihil. We've got 3 Fulminator Mages, which is really good into stuff like Etron and control decks. The gimmick in this deck is that you can loop it with Chthonian Nightmare to blow up with other lands. So, like, imagine a curve of like turn 1 creature, turn 2 Gemini, and turn 3 Fulminator Mage, Chthonian Nightmare, blow up 2 lands, untap, play like a Bowmasters or whatever, attack both halves a bit, blow up 2 lands. Just really, really touch on the play can completely just bottleneck your opponent's mana. And especially against Etron, you can break up Tron, you could hit their soul land, so really a strong card. So yeah, that's the deck. Now let's get into the games. Alright, match number 1, and I'm only getting a no lander here. Accidentally before I started recording, but I'm gonna be keeping this hand. Not great. I think I'm probably supposed to bottom Grief. The appeal with this hand is that it's a turn 3 kill, which is pretty good, but our land's really awkward here. Sure, bubble is fine because we don't have a swamp, so we can put in Phyrexian Tower untapped on 2, and then we need an untapped land at some point to be able to actually kill on turn 3. And it looks like we're against Demir Murktide probably, though that deck usually doesn't play bobble as far as I know. So maybe this is some sort of Grixis pile. We'll see. We're getting thought these. No, Telegraph. Okay, fair enough. I guess it's the like more Delvery version. Street Wraith. Okay, this could even be Shadow, actually. Uh, well, it could be something. Technically, this hand now does kill on turn 3. Provided my opponent has nothing. Don't know how likely that is, of course. Uh, yeah, here comes the thoughts is. Probably takes Warren. People generally tend to be the most scared of Warren, and I think it's also arguably the best card because, oh, they take the mana, fair enough. Because it's zombie, but maybe they have cards in their hand that would make them pick otherwise. This means I'm just slamming Gravecrawler another Vault next turn. Hopefully this doesn't buff up the another Grave even more. Okay, that's a lot of pressure. Yep, so we're taking 4 here, and of course we can't even jump with the Gravecrawler. I think I'm just gonna take my opportunity to get down the Chthonian Nightmare through a counter spell. I think that's probably my best bet. It's more mana efficient, kind of, though this Batmaster's Fall Enters Tap is kind of also not, but I wasn't really too eager to jam the Warren into a counter removal spell anyway without being able to get additional value from it, so I think this is fine. Technically still a kill here if they have nothing, I think, because we can go Gravecaller, get back Marionette, Phyrexian Tower, make mana, get Warren down. Maybe not, actually. Second Gravecrawler. How I feel about that. Let's think about this. So I'm gonna play Gravecrawler, get back Marionette, activate Phyrexian Tower, sack the servo, play Gravecrawler, play Spymaster's Vault. Is that what I want to do? Not sure. Could play Gravecrawler, attack it to Phyrexian Tower, play Gravecrawler, get back Marionette, play Gravecrawler. Maybe that's better, because then I can jump. Is there a world where I activate Spymasters? I don't think so. So I'm just gonna do that. Gravecrawler, play Gravecrawler. Get back Marionette, sack Gravecrawler. Yeah, land is just super, super awkward here. I think it would be in much better shape if we had a basic swamp somewhere. And I'm just playing the vault. I think I want to try to go again with the Chthonian Nightmare with the Phyrexian Tower. Because either I sack the servo and can't jump, or I sack the Gravecrawler and don't have a zombie in play. This is winnable purely off the fact that if they can't enter Chthonian, it will get a bunch of value and eventually burn them out with Marionette. But given that they also have this frog going, the frog and the Nether Goyf kind of synergize super well, I will say. Oh, Shocksident. Do they have something? Fatal Push? Yeah. Alright, fair enough. It's not the biggest deal in the world, I suppose. A lot of pressure. Hopefully they don't have Bowmasters here. Bowmaster's attack for 6 would be an issue. Yep. Alright, so if they have a removal spell and they kill the Gravecrawler, I won't be able to get this Chthonian Nightmare going, but I could play Warren plus Gravecrawler. But not a great spot to be in, because I'll just be taking so much damage. Could definitely see them discard some cards this frog. I probably would have, but that's fine. Maybe their hand's good. That's not a good sign, I suppose. I can go. Oh, yeah, that's bad. We're just kind of out tempoing us here. There's our swamp finally. Not that it's really come on time. So at the moment, attack for 9, 10. Put us to 1. They would need another card type to kill us. Then I can go attack to 7, play Marionette, play Gravecrawler. But I can't really do any Spy Master's Vault shenanigans. I think that's what I gotta do. Alright, opponent takes their beats. What do we say to Warren? Maybe I should have kept up Phyrexian Tower. I don't know what counterspell that would play around though. What is this? I don't know. That wouldn't work. Go for the throat. Uh, sure. I suppose. Weird. I don't really see that card in Modern much, but that's fine. Popped up in Yogg sideboards occasionally. Yeah, so currently not taking lethal. Could maybe like draw. I mean, I have some draws, right? Like Chthonian Nightmare might get there. Kind of requires them to not have anything. Dust Shadow, sure. And go with, sure. Grief? Well, I suppose I don't really mind showing them grief, and I'd rather. No, I don't want them to know I'm playing Scam. Alright, yeah, I think I'll just scoop. Well, well, well. Probably want our cheap removal. Fatal Push seems good. Player seems alright. They just they have Murktide. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but probably want to like up the card quality, so we kind of deadly speed the Bowmasters. Run it like that. I think that's fine. Don't think I really want Graveyard Hate just because they seem like pretty able to rebuild. Mihawk doesn't seem good. Creatures just outsize it. Like Thoughtseize is really worth it. They are more of a tempo deck than a control deck, I think, so it's not going to be too effective. Especially since they're going to be trying to pressure Sorlift, it does matter a fair bit. Alright, let's see what it. Oh yeah, I'll keep this for sure. I think I'm just pitching the Stitcher's Supplier. This is nice. Let me just make sure to play my land first and brief. So Let me stack this correctly, right? I want the evoke to happen last. We'll put on the stack first. See what they've got going on. Um, interesting. Bunch of baubles, Stubborn Deluge. Maybe Deluge is the card I wanna. No, I think it's probably go for the third. Honestly, I can play around the Deluge. I think I want to just pressure them, so I'll take go for the. Well, I could take go for the and Deluge actually. Yeah, I'm in for that. I'll take go for the throat and look at me, dismiss all. So it doesn't get revealed twice. Slowly, I'm learning all the moto tricks, and comes back. And I think I'm fine leaving them with the baubles and the stubborn denial. I really don't care about. And then if they can bobble into something, then I can push it, and I just kind of push this advantage, pressure them with the Warren. Just gonna make their shadows good, I suppose, but whatever. Three, four out of here. Ooh, Brave Crawler, interesting. Just a decent source of pressure, I suppose. Get in for four. Gotta make sure not to play around, not to play into the Stubborn Denial. If they draw another Glyph, it's gonna be online, but Frog, Shadow for now, etc. Where that they played into a Bowmaster with these. It's just baubles, but never punished, I suppose. Maybe they just knew. And yeah, I think I'll pass. I mean, this is a lot of pressure, especially on the play. Yeah. I'm not gonna have six because of this fatal push, I suppose. If they play a frog, I will probably just want to kill it right away. Interesting. Interesting timing. Shocking it in, huh? Maybe they only have two watery graves total and wanted to make sure they deal themselves damage. The fetch, I guess they didn't want to draw the second watery grave, but they wouldn't be able to go low enough for this shadow. Though a shadow deck would presumably run more than two shocklands, so maybe they just got mixed up with their phase or something. That's annoying. Uh, really slows down the clock. That sucks. Watery grave untapped. Shadow. Yeah. All right. Well, you get to push it, which is pretty good. And now I mean, they have a bunch of cards in hand, but they're taking a bunch of damage here. Going to 8. Hmm. Yeah, I am not going to grief them here. I think that would be unwise. I don't think the grave color is going to get there on its own, and I need to be able to back it up by something more than just a single Thoughtseize. I think going more into grief is a lot better. Trying to hit my land drops. Yeah, another grief. Now they can counter a non-creature spell. Though they are low enough where it's a little sketchy for them to attack the Goyf, which is nice. Especially if I can get the Warren down. Yep, okay. Or I could grief them. Should maybe like that more. I can get Warren down next turn, get the Grave Crawler back. I think griefing them is good. It's also, they can't block it. And if they have another threat in hand, I can take it. Oh yeah, see, that's perfect. We get to take the frog. And had I gone Warren into grief, they would have gotten down the frog, which made things much more difficult. So I think that was definitely the correct line. And so yeah, now they hit me for 5, I hit them for 3. Play Warren, potentially also Gravecrawler if I hit a land. If I don't hit a land, hopefully it's a good one. Good spell. But yeah, I mean they're taking a bunch of damage. Oh, that's a really good draw for them. Oh, they don't attack. Interesting. Oh, Custodian Nightmare. I think I just play the Warren. Stubborn now stops the Custodian, actually. Yeah, it's not a very good draw. Well, I'll play the Warren. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't attack because if I attack back, it makes the shadow bigger. I mean, they do technically lose the race, right? Three, like 5, 3. No, they don't lose the race unless I do something else, and they can. Yeah, that's a little weird to me. I think it's good for me. But we'll see. I assume they're attacking with something here, at least shadow. Both. Yeah. I think I'm supposed to take it. Yeah, I need something good here. Uh, huh. So I can attack for 6, and then Phyrexian Tower, probably the Warren, and play a second Grief. I can. No, probably the Grief, but no, definitely the Warren actually, because Menace. I think I gotta go for it. Like, I feel like this just gives me my best chance at actually winning. They don't have something good. I chunk the Shadow. Yeah, I mean, as it stands, I win this race. Yeah, I'll get the spell snare probably hits more, I think. Does it? No, because if I don't have Fatal Push or some other removal, well, yeah, I think I'll take the Stubborn now. All right. Oh, they need to draw something. See what it's gonna be. Removal spell kills me, but they die if they draw a creature. I suppose Bowmasters would let them live. Maybe Bowmasters is reason to take Stubborn now over Spell Snare, but Marionette. But neither of those help me as much as a removal spell would. All right, yeah, we got there. The line worked. I think I played that pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. All right. What am I doing here? On the draw, maybe I want Oddities because of Frog. I think I can cut all the Jet Medallions because they have so many counter spells. Um, Nile Spellbomb. I don't want Nile Spellbomb. I don't know that I do. They haven't shown me any Graver's Energy other than Necrogoy. This is fine. On the draw is gonna be tough. They are a Tempo deck. This is a good hand though. Maybe I'm supposed to grief them. I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably have to grief them. If I can grab a threat and slow them down, that would be huge. Maybe they kept a zero lander with Street Wraith. What are the odds? They're certainly tanking on their turn 1. What are we doing on turn 1? I mean, most likely Gravecrawler, pitch, Supplier to Grief or something like that. Supplier doesn't seem amazing here since we don't have a Chthonian Nightmare, and I probably want the Boggart. They have a Necroglyph, which helps me. Alright, let's see what they take. This makes griefing worse because we're kind of down on cards, and we probably have to pitch. Probably still has to be the Supplier. Oh, they take the Grief. I actually don't mind that entirely. Though this kind of implies that they have a Frog. Second Marionette is interesting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just play the Gravecrawler since it's more pressure. Um, like this, what this makes me think is they don't want me to grief them, so they want to resolve some sort of threat. That's what it seems like to me. Push to this Herborg is making things less painful for them. See, there's the Necrogoy. I'm not actually too worried about that because I have this Boggart, though. decent chance it gets countered, I suppose. Not dead after all is interesting. What else? Hmm. So I could just slam the marionette. However, they didn't take it the odds. Makes me think they have spell snare. Could play supplier. That would be a. I guess I probably should have played the bogart if I don't know. No, yeah, I just want to slam the Merida. I mean, spell snare is going to get me anyway. At least, okay, that's actually pretty good for me. Um, what do they have? Maybe they have like a fatal push. They got to be doing something here. I was gonna say if they have spell snare, at least it's forcing them to crack this flutter strand. I think, despite them being a shadow deck, I'm able to pressure well enough with these marionettes that their life total becomes a real issue. I think dealing the damage is a net positive, even right now. Um, basically my only avenue to victory. It's unlikely for me to be able to actually combo off. I mean, they do just lose if I draw Warren and they have nothing, but it's fairly unlikely. Um, yeah, there's the fatal push for the marionette. That's all right. And ooh, hers. Yeah, that's kind of problematic. Massive punish, I guess. Wow, that's kind of brutal. Yeah, so we instantly draw the Chthonian after they play him graveyard hit. There isn't much graveyard hit in the meta, though. This is kind of a big issue for the stack. So basically, I'm probably just slam Marionette. What happens? I don't want to set up a turn where I can like not dead after all and Chthonian Nightmare to try to burn them out. Like get through this first. It's gonna be difficult to do without Jet Medallion. I'm not sure if I want to play out this Bogart Brawler. Probably need to. So the upside of Bogart is that I can like shrink their grave and attack through the Necrogoyf. But they can animate the hearse. And if I draw a land, I can attack, not dead after all, something they hearse, then I Stitcher Supplier into Chthonian Nightmare. I think that's reasonable. The issue is that would mean I have to attack with Marionette. I want to not die after all something. So, I guess it kind of just depends on what they do. And what they do is just pass. It's okay. Phyrexian Tower. Interesting. What do I want to do? So what do I want to do? I could go for Supplier into Chthonian Nightmare. And then attack and try to not die after all after forcing out the hearse. Um Maybe I just attack with everything, play Chthonian, and Spymaster's Vault. It's bad into a Bowmaster's, but I'm not sure that they have a Bowmaster. Lots of options. Sure. Without the Bogger, I would have probably just slammed it, but couldn't even open attacks. Her. They might have been scared too. What do I do? I think it starts with me attacking with Gravecrawler and 2 servos. It's just a lot of damage if this is successful. They have a Bowmasters. They have a Go for the Throat. Could not dead after all here. And that allows me to Chthonian Nightmare. Gets worth it since it's not dead after all. It's going to be pretty bad otherwise. Or what I could do is Spymaster's Vault, discard the not dead after all, put them to 7, and then play the Chthonian Knight. Yeah, honestly, I think that's maybe better. I'll have to go for the throw habit. I think I'm better off just discarding the not dead after all. Fuck the Gravecrawler. Maybe I want to connive too, actually. Yeah, I'll let the damage happen. Or you know what? Actually, no, they need to activate Hearse. Well, they'll probably get the timing right, but they need to do it before I get priority so I can't recast Gravecrawler, and that could let me Chthonian Nightmare? Yeah, actually, oh yeah, they should have done that. I guess I can't really mill over anything too much better, but yeah, that was definitely a mistake on their part. Ooh, okay. Hmm. I could theoretically brief them. I think I always play the Chthonian Nightmare and give them a window to do something if they want to. If they have a counter spell, then it changes how I play, so unlucky. And I'll just play Gravecrawler. Well, we're both empty-handed, but this hearse is going to do a number on me. I do have this Spymaster as well, so I think what I'm supposed to do now is we'll also force out hearse activations at an awkward time. Oh, Masters. Interesting. Maybe I just passed. No, maybe I... Okay, so let's see. Attack for 3, for 5. They block here. I could play Bowmasters and then sack it to Phyrexian Tower. Oh, yeah, I'm actually in for that. Okay, I think this is a good line if they don't have anything. And a Bowmasters, ping them. Oh, I guess this actually doesn't work that well, does it? Hmm. Yeah, no, never mind. Hold on. I thought I was gonna like Phyrexian Tower, but then I can't. I should have thought there was more. Oops. I thought I was gonna like not dead after all the Bowmasters and sack Phyrexian Tower and activate Spymasters, but that's actually just not gonna work out. It's somewhat fine though. They need to activate Hearst now. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I guess I could have sequenced this better. Might as well connive. So I'll probably just pick a servo since it's the least valuable creature on my board. I suppose the Orc Army is, but Orc Army I might actually want to sack, so yeah, I'll just do this. Probably wanted to Bowmasters, definitely discarding Thoughtseize in their upkeep or something anyway to play our encounter spell, so I don't think this is such a big deal the way it worked out. But yeah, definitely an incorrect line. Oh, all right, they didn't have anything. Nice. So yeah, we were attacking for lethal there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we could have put them to 1, and then Vaccine Tower. Yeah, maybe a bit of an early scoop if the if like I could have been scared of something and not gone for it, but yeah, I probably would have. We'll take it. Wow, that was a tough match. I am honestly a little surprised we won that. Yeah, I definitely should have sequenced the Bowmasters a little differently. Didn't really think about how my lands would line up, but that's fine. Well, on to the next one. All right, match number 2. Let's see what we're starting off with here. Oh yeah, I'm in for this. Looks like I'm playing against Energy, which is a pretty good matchup. And we're just gonna Grief Scam them on turn 1. This is not the best matchup for Grief Scam, but that's fine. Gonna discard the Grief. Doesn't really matter, but I want the Evoke. Resolving last. See what's up. It's Mardu. Mardu Bombardment. I am a fan, so I'm most worried about Guide of Souls for sure, and then I'll probably just take the Amp Raptor. Guide of Souls, and then let me dismiss all. Ooh, oh, I dismissed the Giganta, whatever. And yeah, I think I'm most worried about the Raptor from this hand. All right. Now they're gonna play Ocelot, and we can Bowmasters it, and then we're gonna try to like push through damage with this Spymer's Bolt. Is kind of the plan, I think. Of course. These bug, yes, sir. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. Can't play the Marionette quite yet. I'll need to Bowmasters the Ocelot Pride here, most likely, but that's all right. Um, I honestly don't think they'd go for the Marionette. Maybe they do. Maybe they're supposed to. Red mana. Do they draw a Galvanic Discharge? Oh, yeah, there's the Marionette. Sure. Yeah. The issue is if I go for Marionette, then they go for the Ocelot, and that's kind of really bad for me. Oh, attacks. That's a little weird to me. Because you're probably not triple blocking. Yeah, so we just gave up the attack for nothing. That's fine. That is a-okay with me. God of Soul's gonna get pretty chunky in a second. I'd assume that's what they make big. Maybe they don't. Okay. I mean, yeah, if you're just gonna top deck like that, then oh man. Yeah, this is kind of why I took the God of Souls. It is their best card. This scenario. For sure. Yep. Counters. Wow. Alright. Well, I'm putting the Ocelot on their end step, I suppose. Oh my god, wait, but then they get to activate a oh. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna lose this game unless I can combo them extremely quickly. What a draw. Like, what a draw. I couldn't let them get to end step because of the Ocelot trigger. They would have had the Seed of Blessing too. Alright, I mean now we're just kind of dead. Still have a little time here, so I think I'm just gonna swing out at a Johnny. They get to eat something with the Marionette, but I really don't care. All I'm trying to do here is get a big Spy Master's Vault activation. Double block. No, we're not trading? Alright, I mean, I guess they know about these Spy Master's Vault do be on board. Let's put the Johnny to 2. Good to deal them some damage, which is helpful. Get a bunch of damage. And throw the servo, I suppose. Oh. Discard 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the Chthonian. Yeah, this is actually doable. I just need them not to draw well, basically. Red permanent kind of just wipes me out here because there's way too much pressure. Or like a Johnny or something along those lines would just be a ton of life gain. That would be an issue. Oh, this is actually like semi the mirror. This is the grave color version of the deck. This Gigantha's the red permanent. That's kind of problematic. Also, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm actually dead next turn, aren't I? Hmm. Jet Medallion off the top wins me the game, I think. So does Gravecrawler. See if I can set something up. I can. No, I'll attack the servo with the Ajani, I suppose. not the orc. They chump. Mostly just want that as a spam stress vault trigger. Or a creature dying for it anyway, not a trigger, I suppose, but go to 7. It's fine. Onion. Yeah, this is rough. Gonna Chthonian Nightmare. Could Bowmaster twice, kill the Ajani, but then they just like they could just attack me and I died a Marionette trigger, so it doesn't actually work. I'm gonna get back Warrant. Soultrader sack the Orc. No, it doesn't really matter. Play land, Chthonian Nightmare. What am I drawing towards? I'm supposed to do this. Oh wait, no, this was actually a mistake. Yeah, this was definitely a mistake. I don't know if I had a good line, but this line is bad. Um, yeah, no, this isn't gonna quite do it. Is there anything I could have done there? I sacked the Marionette, which I need in play, but the other option, yeah, I don't think I had any line that gets me there. All right. Well, we definitely want Fatal Push. I don't really respect Gravecrawler, so I'm not gonna bring in Surgical. Suppose I want Flare and Meat Hook. Meat Hook's pretty important part of this matchup. Could just cut the Grief Scam package. It's not even that good in this matchup. And then I can bring in one more card, and it's probably Niall's Help. Is that true? Yeah, I mean, most of my deck is good in this matchup. It's just the Grief Scam thing doesn't really line up very well against Energy. As you kind of saw there, all their cards are good. The pressure isn't going to get there usually. That was just a like if they don't top deck Guide of Souls or don't top deck a Johnny, it just goes so much better for me. It's kind of crazy. I just put way too much pressure on me where I couldn't push the advantage of griefing and I couldn't assemble my combo in time. Just a turn too slow. Oh, this hand's excellent. Love to see this. This is great because I get to go Gravecrawler into Dispute, bait them into playing onto the board because it seems that I'm just like kind of spinning my wheels and then I get to slam the Meat Hook for X equals 2 on turn 3. Wipe their whole board unless they go really crazy with God of Souls. Yeah, I love to see this. God of Souls, yep. Alright, so basically, I just really need them to not get to 3 energy. They get to 3 energy, it outsizes the Meat Hook, but if they don't, then I get to get them pretty good. Oh, I have Bowmasters. Huh. Well, I get to take the Bowmasters out, I suppose. I'm gonna take some damage, and I'm not gonna be able to kill the Amass token, but it doesn't really work if I main phase the Deadly Dispute because they just wouldn't play into the Meat Hook, and I need them to. Ooh. Though on the other hand, maybe force. I need to. Let's see. So if I play Jet Medallion, and I play Boggart Trawler tapped. They play a creature. They attack in front of the 4, 5, 6, 7 ish or whatever. Then I untap, play land, 5 mana plus Jet Medallion puts me to 6. I can X equals 4. I think that's probably my best bet. I don't know. Hopefully they don't expect meat hook. Most lists don't run it. Um, but maybe. Yeah, we're just gonna F6 here. Yeah. So here comes the knight errant, and this is going to work out pretty dang well, I think. 2 cards, huh? All right. Yeah, this Mihiko's gonna be, and the Mihiko makes it a lot more difficult for them to combo here. It's just such a busted card. I love it so much. Not needing to play Giganta is so nice because you just slam it with no downside. Yeah, so they took Gyrosoul's Gravecrawler and didn't want to play the Gravecrawler because that's fair enough. No, Mutavault's not bad, I suppose. Better than Swamp. Bam. X equals 4. Oh, hold on. I screwed this up. Done. Let's go. Yeah, this is nice. This is very nice. So we get back a lot of life. They didn't even get to attack us, so that we're under like very little pressure now. And I can kind of do the thing here. So basically, with just Warren Soultrader and Gravecrawler and no Marionette, it's 1 damage per sack instead of 2. So it means I need to be on a high life total period. But oh, and I'm not, I suppose. Nightmare, huh? Lithonia Nightmare, I think, makes this game. So how do I want to do this? Let me think. Play Gravecolor, play Bowmasters. Hmm. I don't think I care about Spy Master's Vault activation, but I'll leave it up for now, I suppose. Orin. Worried about like a discharge or something along those lines, like a fatal push, any removal spell, basically. So I don't need to cast the Grave Color right now. So I'll do this. And this is actually a loop that I think should end in me winning. Let me think. Lithonia Nightmare. Really, I don't know. I've never. Hmm. Yeah, so now I think I want to attack the Orc army for treasure. get back a grave crawler just in case. And I'm gonna need to do some math here. So basically, what I can do, I can Chthonian Nightmare back. Oh, they just scoop. All right. Let me see if they're dead. So I can Chthonian Nightmare back Orcish Bowmaster. So it costs one creatures but generates two. So it's +1 mana. And then I can sack it and recast Gravecrawler. And this is actually better than 1 damage per life because I am pinging whenever I sacrifice my creatures um to Warren, but also I'm getting extra damage to the Bowmaster ping. So I get to kill them pretty comfortably. Yeah, so that does work as I suspected. It just seemed like it would, and yeah, basically every time I Chthonian, because the Jet Medallion is +1 mana, because I go from 1 creature to 2 creatures, then I can get these back in the graveyard with the Warren, and I have endless fodder because of the Gravecrawler. So yeah. In fact, I could even just sack Bowmasters, get it back with the Orc Army, sack Bowmasters, get it back with the Orc Army. No, yeah, no Gravecrawlers necessary. So actually I get a ping per 1 sack, so I think I double up the damage? So yeah, that's actually really good. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. On the draw, do I want to change anything? I probably want a Thoughtseize over a Nile. And a Thoughtseize not amazing, but I can like grab a 2-drop and so my opponent down. Having turn 1 traction is a lot more important on the draw. Is the reasoning for the chain. I think I just slam Gravecrawler in one because I'd rather it die if I end up like meat hooking or something. Got a Soul's turn 1 every time. Yep. Um. Yeah. I mean, I'm playing the Gravecrawler. I don't know. It seems to me like it's probably going to be pretty tricky to set up this meat hook though. Okay. Please have a 1-lander. One time. A 1-9. No. Not a second onslaught, probably. Surely not a second. Really not a second onslaught pride. Which would be theoretically beatable because this meat hook, the issue is the God of Souls, which get massive. Static Prison, that's fine. Static Prison, I don't really mind. Can't really. Oh, I guess yeah, no, that's fair. Because the onslaught pride makes an. I don't know, so busted. Actually, so busted. Alright, well. Guess I'm dealing with this Guide of Souls for the rest of the game. Fun. Yep, energy. No reason to do anything quite yet. Onslaught probably gets in. The Bowmaster's the Ocelot. Might as well do it now. I do have 2 meat hooks, but I'd rather have my opponent play into the meat hook. Actually, I won't even block because of the meat hook. I suppose what I'm probably just going to do is, unless my opponent goes a Johnny, which they would have done pre-combat, I can just go meat hook to wipe whatever they play. Warren. Fable. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, let me just play Jet Medallion. Really? So I'm X equals 2ing the meat hook next turn. They're stupid Galvin Chomp aggro. What can I do? I can play Stitchers, and then I can play Warren, which will be mana positive. So I can go. I can do that with a later meat. Can I? Maybe I should have blocked the cat, actually. Them playing an X2 is really bad for me. Alright, well, we're probably pretty dead here just because of play draw, but whatever. Yeah, the Aether Hub, Static Prison, too much energy. Bowmasters, yeah. Bowmasters, I don't mind seeing. The issue is they hit me for 7 here. I hope they put the counters on the cat, actually. They put the counters on the cat and I draw land, this is doable. Which it would make some sense too, because then I can't block with the orc. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully. but I would be surprised. They do know about the meat hook. Yeah. Yeah, I have to trade off with the cat. I didn't initially because if I end up meat hooking, then I would gain the life back from the cat anyway, and they'd take a damage from me having the orc. This way, I just took an extra damage for no reason. Okay, that's actually just a lot of permanence. Yeah. Yeah, the meat hook is not going to be good enough. I can do X equals 1. I guess there's no reason to do X equals 2. Oops. Or 3. I can just do it. Only 1. Yeah, that's what I want. Done. I mean, I do get some life back. I'm not just dead. And then what? I could play Warren, but probably just gonna be me hooking anyway. Could just play nothing. Which isn't suspicious at all. Unfortunately, I can't quite get a Spy Master spot activation here. Play Citrus Flare. If I play Warren, what I can do next turn is I can play Stitchers, try to mill into Thing. If I do, I can Spy Master spot a bunch. Probably have to play Warren. It also gets me up to a big enough meat hook if I draw Bowmasters or Marionette. I have to just hope to get lucky. I'm taking 7, but it might end up being 9 if they can... Oh, it is actually 9. So, I'm not sure if I can even get up to a big enough meat hook. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty brutal. What can I draw? Chthonian Nightmare. Chthonian Nightmare has a decent chance of getting there, I think. Not to hand. Yeah, I think Chthonian could actually win me this game. And if I hit my zombie, I have some looks that it would. Hmm. So, play Stitchers. Mill. Oh. So now I have to hit Gravecaller. Did it Gravecaller and draw into Chthonian? Is this... If this is an answer, then... Alright, I'm dead to that. Yep, got a soul just run me over. Maybe I should be playing more cheap removal, but... It is what it is. Alright, well, on to the next one. Alright. Go ahead and keep this. Yeah, why not? Why not? I think that's pretty good. I can go, like, Dead Dispute plus not dead after all on 3 with the main now. That's pretty good value. Or adjust based on what I see. Bloodstained Mire. What is this? Is this Necro or something? Yep, might be Necro. Yeah, definitely Necro. I don't love this hand with Necro. I'd much rather Grief Scam them, but that's alright. Oh, it's just too free. It is just too free. It really is. Alright, well, I'm exiling this Flare. And if their hand is bad, I could just Deadly Dispute the Grief instead of not dying after all. I want this to resolve last, so I'm gonna put it on the stack first. Wait, what? What is this? I'm playing against 8 rack? Huh? It has to be 8 rack, right? Nothing else makes sense. I suppose I don't want them to have Thoughtseize or Fatal Push if I'm grief scanning. I have Nile, Torok, which are kind of OP. I can pressure. Yeah, I think I like this, so then I will just not die after all the grief. I need to get fancy with like this Deadly Dispute. I could also Deadly Dispute the Stitcher Spire and then not that after all, but there's not much reason to do that. And yeah, let me take the Thoughtseize because I value this Deadly Dispute. Though I could just take the Turok? I don't care about the Nihil right now. I could take the Just think, right, I could take the Turok, and then they Thoughtseize me down to 16. I hit them. Uh, they stabilize it so bad for me. Let's take the Thoughtseize. I have a lot of potential things I can do with this Deadly Dispute. Like, oh shoot, I didn't do it correctly. Hold on. Let me fix this. I took the Fatal Bush. I took the Thoughtseize. There's Saga Nihil. Yep, that's right. Yeah, I can even like if I draw land, I can Deadly Dispute the Stitcher Splatter and then Spymaster's Vault on the Grief with the treasure. Kind of reasonable. They're just playing Turok, I'm fine with that. So I would assume that they're just gonna go Nile and then Kraken end step because they just need cards. Interesting that they didn't go for the Saga. Wonder why. Another Grief, not bad. Once I draw another black card, I can go Grief Deadly Dispute. Seems kind of reasonable to me. I think I'll just pass, yeah. They don't crack the Nile. Sure. I wanna be able to grab this Turok if my opponent can take it, or at least get the cards out of my hand. What is this? Ooh. Alright, well, I guess I'll do the Dispute, and then I'll probably just hardcast Grief, taking the Turok, if I had to guess. Ooh, ooh. Oh, they have an Isle Spellbomb. Maybe I should have taken it. Unlucky. It's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I can just force the pop and then rebuild at some point. And that's only going to be something I'm doing later in the game anyway. Yeah, I don't really care about the Snot that after all. So they can make some Saga Dorks here. That's fine. Shadowy Backstreet is A-okay. What are they flashing white for? Interesting. Or maybe it's just they want Ace or Valiant. Just by being in mono black. Ooh. I love this Jet Medallion. Second one is kind of bad. Alright. Can discard it to Spymaster's Vault maybe at some point. Okay, play the Jet Medallion, and then I'll just get the Chthonian Nightmare back down. It's a lot safer in play than it is in hand, I think. And then I'm not gonna use it because of Nile Spellbomb. So they would have to either not make a construct or not get their card, but I would have to sacrifice the Grief, and that kind of puts me in a really bad spot. So if I had to guess, they're probably getting Shadow Spear. I assume they would have one. If they don't have a land, that makes it a little worse. They do have a land, and they drew a land for turn, which is nice. Yeah, Shadow Spear. So, okay. Actually, Mishra's Spellbomb's like really bad here. Don't mind seeing that. Alright, I really want a creature off the top. I guess this Nile Spellbomb's really gonna do a number on my Chthonian Nightmare, huh? I can at least shrink the construct, but ooh, ooh, ooh. That's gotta be one of my best draws by far. Yeah, yeah. This is gonna actually work out pretty well. So I'm gonna Chthonian back Marionette. Am I? Or am I just gonna Chthonian back something that costs energy? Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the Stitcher Splatter. They're gonna pop the Nile Spellbomb anyway, and this lets me grief multiple times if I really want to. They can't let me have this. What? Yeah. Yep. So now this puts the construct to a X3. And then I'm going to it's so bad if they draw hand disruption. But the deck's full of hand disruption though. They'll have drawn 3 fresh cards. So what I was thinking of doing is I can Spymaster's Vault onto the Grief. And then it can block construct. So I don't need to do that. I can just attack for 3. They don't block. They're going to 1. Yes, they double block. Yeah. And now I'm going to. Oh yeah. This actually works really well. Never mind. Yeah. Now I'm gonna get back the grief. Grief them. Take. I assume that Pithing Needle can name Chthonian Knight. Yeah, so I'm gonna take Pithing. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna take Pithing Needle. And then I can just play Chthonian Nightmare and not activate so that they can't Thoughtseize it. And then they can't really Thoughtseize me regardless. I mean, they can. I don't want to activate because I want to attack the Grief anyway. But now they equip the Shadow Spear. They attack me. I go to 6. Put them to 3. I do the loop a couple more times, which I can do because I have 5 energy rather than 4. That's actually going up pretty relevant, and I'm not sure if I can burn them out or not, but it would require me to draw something to burn them out. I dare you to Thoughtseize me, opponent. Ribble Dog dare you. Won't work out super well. But we'll see. In the tank, huh? Hopefully they didn't draw something good. Seems they didn't. Alright, I'll get it for 3. Gravecaller, what does Gravecaller do? Does that change anything? So what I would do is just kind of Chthonian Nightmare a bunch. I suppose I can hit a Grave. No. Actually, the energy isn't going to matter because I'm going to net and lose. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do this. I won't introduce the Gravecaller for now. They're going to kill it. That's fine. That's totally fine to get the servo. And then now, I think, do I want to keep the Grief in play? I probably want to keep the Grief in play, so I can go Marionette into Grief. I think that's actually optimal. Because I get to deal them some damage. Marionette, servo, Grief. Oh, hold on. I can sack the Marionette to get the Grief back, and then sack a servo to get the Marionette back. That no, that doesn't even accomplish anything. I make like an extra servo rather than playing the Gravecaller, but I get less damage in that way. Do I care about the Thoughtseize? Yeah, I'll grab the Thoughtseize because it's not that after all does literally nothing. But hold on, what am I doing? They can attack me and go to 5, and Thoughtseize me to 3, so they draw Hand Disruption. Yeah, I'll take the Thoughtseize, but this then means that I can play the Gravecaller safely, since if they draw Hand Disruption, then it means they didn't draw something that would let them survive if they attack, and they can't survive by blocking. And then I'm just going to attack and yeah, burn them out. Okay, it's possible they could have sequenced that better. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be playing around, but we got there all the same. So yeah, not exactly sure what my opponent's doing. What seems good against them? What seems bad is maybe I could like a Jet Medallion and a Stitch Splash since they have Graveyard Hate, and bring in like Thoughtseize to like preemptively take their stuff. Maybe that's okay. I don't know how good Lair of Malice is. Malice. What they have? No, actually, I'm kind of convinced that Flare of Malice is bad. Maybe I'll keep these two, and I'll board in like 2 Thoughtseize or something. I don't know. All my cards seem kind of mediocre. Maybe I want some Meat Hook Massacres, actually. And I will board these out. I'm not sure. I kind of want to see more of their deck before really knowing what I'm supposed to be doing, but fine. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's a fine hand. I've just got spells, lands, and spells. They could thought me on turn one take the Boggart if they wanted to. A bit of a risky play. Well, I don't know if it's that risky. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for a thought seize. What am I worried about? Or I could just Grave Crawler. Some pressure going. Uh, yeah, I'm kind of into Gravecrawler, actually. I think pressure on left will be pretty owned. I'm not sure what I'm super worried about for Thoughtseize. I suppose Bowmasters would be kind of bad, but I kind of want to bait them into a now Spellbomb activation. Yeah. I think Bowmasters is fine for me because of Meat Hook. I think I did want to incentivize that. Uh, Here are my own Bowmasters. I love that, I suppose. I just gotta Thoughtseize them. Oh, I'm definitely gonna take Dothy, right? I'm not. Am I? I don't like Dothy. The other Glyph is kind of an issue as well. And not dead after all. I think I'm just being 2-3. Can't get the Meat Hook big enough in time. Yeah, the another Glyph will be beefy, but I can't really deal with the Dothy. I just need to hit my land drops here is the thing. Maybe. Maybe Saga is a reason to take. No, I guess it's not. They're just not playing it this turn. It's kind of awkward. Yeah, what do I even do here? Because I can Bowmasters the Bowmasters, but I don't even care about the Bowmasters. Play Chthonian, but then I'm just under so much pressure, yeah. Yeah, this is developing into a pretty awkward draw. I really do need to hit my land drop to be able to function. Maybe Gravecrawler was wrong, but what do I even Thoughtseize? Kind of end up being similar. They could get a second Nihil, but I think Shadow Spear is probably their best bet. They think about if they want to just. Oh, wait, I should have just main phased it because now they can knock that out for all the Bowmasters. Suppose I can do it now then. Fortunately, they'd have to. I guess I. Do I know what the. Herborg is that a second Herborg in their hand? Second one? I don't know. I think they were thinking about whether they want to just not make another construct for Shadow so I can get Shadow Spear and equip and then play Nerd another Glyph, but I agree that is incorrect. Yeah, so it was. That's fortunate, I guess. They kind of cycle land to be able to play this another Glyph. But this is a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a book. This is kind of a lot of pressure. I guess I don't even wanna. I think I do want to trade off the Bowmasters. Do I? No, because I want to be able to jump the Orc army at some point, probably. I don't know. It matters. There's my land, I suppose. I can force out the Nile activation. Shadow Spear is so much damage, though. So I can play Nihil, or I can play Chthonian and Stitchers and sack the Stitchers to get something back, and then yeah, I think that's probably what I have to do. Guess I could have thought to use the Nile Spellbomb, right? The timing of working on that. They have 6. Pause. I think. Guess I gave them infinite time to on F6. Might have been a mistake. But I sack the Bowmasters, it gets eggs. Or I sack the Stitcher Supplier. Wait, can I stack the. No, it'll mill and then get back, so they'll be able to exile everything. And maybe I just want to sack the Bowmasters since I have a second one in hand, so. Oh, okay. Interesting. They just let me do that, huh? They're just fine with that? Oh god. Yeah, I do not have an answer to pithing needle. Well, that's really bad. Elmire untapped for some reason. Oh, took up Shadow Spear. 6/6. What? I mean, I guess it's more damage, but it's less lifelink. Do I have outs? Like, genuinely? I think the answer is no. The answer is just no. I can chomp, take 4 on top. Yeah, I can never set up a big enough meat hook. I'm just dead. All right. Anything I want to change? I want fatal pushes. Jet Medallion is really bad because they're good at answering Chthonian, so it kind of doesn't do much. Eliminator for Saga seems bad. Nihil seems bad. Surgical seems bad. Citrus is pretty bad. I probably want like another Thoughtseize. And I think I can run it like that. Weird deck I'm seeing from my opponent. Kind of sideboarding based on vibes more than anything else. This hand seems fine to me. I want a cheap creature so I can Deadly Dispute, but like Thoughtseize seems fine. Meat Hook is alright in this matchup. They have some smaller creatures. You're even not dead after all, huh? I'm taking one of those. I think I want them to grieve me, so I think I'll take the not dead after all. My hand just sucks. Like it's well, it doesn't like suck, but it's pretty slow. But after all, so bad. Maybe I just do take the grief. I don't know. I guess not that overall just actually seems pretty bad if they don't have grief. So I think the odds of them drawing the other half are the same either way, so that's not really a factor. Oh wow, that's the literal best draw in my deck, I'm pretty sure. Excellent. That is very good. Surveilland, yep. Yeah, my theory is that they're either splashing white for like sideboard cards or don't have white at all and just want to surveil land for their fetches. Probably most likely just white sideboard cards. Oh, here's the Felmire tapped. F6 here. It'll push. Yeah, main phase. Unfortunate, but whatever. Also, they drew it. And I'm just gonna Deadly Dispute now since I want to hit my land drop. And now I'm just not gonna play anything. My opponent can't go for the Graveyard Trespasser because I'll just meat hook it. And I mean, they could, but that would be a pretty good exchange for me because I get to have me. Yeah, they go for it. I actually really wanted that because this means that I get to spend my mana. It means that they got to spend their mana, so I understand why they did it. But yeah, I mean, or I could just no. The issue is actually getting the Saga tokens with Meat Hook would take a lot of time, and because I can just end step it, so I don't think that's really worth it. Because I can do things like I can Fatal Push an Urza Saga and activate the Spymaster's Vault, and maybe try to find something with this Stitcher Supplier. Okay. But they exile the Masters, and like it's not at that after all, so they get to take 2 cards and activate Saga. Alright, wow. That's kind of absurd, actually. I'm just gonna X out the This and that. Yeah. Jeez. Okay. Take the push, probably. I had to go. Yep. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's extremely bad for me. That's probably just gonna be game. Never lucky. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. Like, I guess I'll play a land. Pass. I think if I'm going to be activating Spy Master of all, it's gonna be pretty mana intensive, whatever I do anyway, so I'll probably need a land in play. Rather than saving it to discard. I have a meat hook, which is gonna buy me some time, but if I had to guess they're just getting Shadow Spear. You could get Pithing Needle for Chthonian or Nile Spellbomb, which would probably honestly be worse for me since if my only out from this position is like Chthonian slash foreign. Oh, so this is get cooked. Hits me for 7. It's just so much damage. Taking 2. Ooh, horn. Okay. Guess I probably want to chump, so yeah, this is possible. This is theoretically doable. They don't have anything. Really, really need them not to have anything, but they don't have anything. Then I can go log, sack, put counter. I draw us. That's really bad. Yeah, I mean the deck with Pacing Needle and Mouse Phone kind of tough. Gonna name Warren. Nope, it's gonna name Chthonian name. Either way, this is still really bad for me. The main issue is it just makes the construct bigger. So I can block like this. I'm drawing towards Meat Hook now. Yeah. I think I have any better option. I probably want to pay a life to make a treasure. Do I? Because I'm drawing towards Meat Hook, yes. And then oh, I'm just dead to this rack. Never mind. Unlucky. Yeah, I guess I should have like yeah. Just dead. Just dead. Alright, well, on to the next one. Huh. Yeah, that tough matchup. They just had a bunch of graveyard hate and like picking needles and stuff. Well, this is what it is. Alright, match number 3 here, starting off with a pretty solid hand, I'd say. I think we're gonna go turn 1 Gravecrawler and hold up Dispute for Bowmaster turn 2. It looks like control deck. Interesting. So Jeskai control usually doesn't run Tameo. That's more of a card for like is it and sometimes Demir, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe this is just like is it wizards flashing light something? Could see that being the case. Either way, definitely gives us some incentives to hold up Bowmasters, I would say. I don't think I want to play into what do I want to play into? The 1 mana counter a 2-drop thing is the main issue. Spell Snare. Stevens untouched. Sure. Tameo attacks, make a clue, makes a clue. Tameo's pretty annoying, partially because the uptick makes it pretty difficult to attack it. Though we can combo our opponent out. Flame of Anor would be kind of annoying here. Uh, so opponent doesn't seem to have it. That's fine. Get in, I suppose. Yeah, it seems like we just don't have anything, which I don't mind at all. There's quite a bit of pressure. Ooh, and if we have to find a Chthonian Nightmare, our graveyard is pretty stocked. Um, I'll just go ahead and cast the Dispute. Might as well do it on the creature that's already gonna die. They can flip Tamia next turn if they want to, but at this point I'm not too worried about it. They won't have great attack though. Uh, would be on somewhat of a low life total if they did that. Lamp of Honor would be not as big of an issue either because they don't really have any good creatures. They're doing this before damage for some reason, which is fine. Just doing the narrative, sure. Takes up, yep. How do I want to do this? I'm just gonna cast Dispute. See if I can find something relevant. Doesn't matter. Attacking first doesn't matter because it is it would attack for 0 because of the Tamio uptick. So I think I want to attack Tamio so they can't take down and keep it alive. And I think I have to uh main phase this Bowmaster is keeping up, not dead after all. Oh, I should not have tapped like that actually. That was kind of stupid. I will go face. I don't care about anything in regards to Tamio except for the I don't know. Yeah, I suppose I could have pinged Tamio and then gone face because that removal spell, but doesn't seem like I have something. Yeah, and then I'll pass. Yeah, I should have just kept up. Yeah, this was stupid. Should have kept up Master as well, probably. Yeah. That's actually that's kind of annoying. Oh wait, I forgot to sack it to Phyrexian Tower. Oh my god, I could have re-triggered the ETB. No. Oh my god. It's not a good look for me. They're not dead after all. Um, sure. I mean, I'm just gonna go attack you. Everything gets -1, -0. That's fine. Yep. And I think I'm supposed to just pass. Presumably the Bowmasters will die at some point, right? And then I can not dead after all. Even if they kill it again, I can just not dead after all again. I can activate Vault. Don't really want to go like not at that after all for X intact. If they have 2 removal spells, then I just get completely blown out. Theoretically, this position isn't the absolute worst for me. Like I keep just attacking for 1. I don't know. Oh, Flare Mouse is actually very nice. Attack you, attack you. Yep. Yep. And let's set an upkeep stop and give it whether I want to do anything there upkeep. So what I could do, because I would just sack the Tamio. I think I'm worried about them having 2 removal spells, basically. Uh, yeah, I was gonna say I'm not super worried about the Tamio because they can't downtick and I can protect the Bowmasters, but they didn't even let me show that I can protect it. Interesting. Well, let's do some sideboarding, I guess. All right, that went better than I expected. Bring in a bunch of Thoughtseizes and Foamies and cut some Gemdines and Stitch Suppliers and kind of. I'm really not a fan of layer here. I think I don't want any. What I don't want like a fatal push or something just for the an answer to Tamio. Honestly, I don't. I think I'll just bring in like oh, hold on. Yeah, I missed out on thoughts. I think I just run it like this. Tameo is annoying, but don't think keeping an removal for it is really the move. Yeah, this hand I'm a fan of. I'm not a huge fan, but it seems fine. Thoughtseize is nice. I'm probably just leading on Reeve I'm on the draw, so it's not like I can snipe a Tameo anyway, and it's unlikely that they have a Tameo that didn't want to play on turn one. So I think I might as well just get some pressure going and save my Thoughtseize for later, try to snipe like a ring or something like that. Generally, that's a little better. I could Thoughtseize on two. So let me think about this. I think this lines up better if I draw what? This isn't let my opponent use their mana at all. But they could go like card draw and remove. Yeah, I want to just cast the Thoughtseize and save the Bowmasters till later. Yeah, that's fine. Because this just gets more pressure going. I wouldn't really have a way to punish them if they countered on their turn anyway. The main issue. Whereas now, anytime we're like not doing anything, they're actually under a lot of pressure. The nice just right. Huh. Okay. I guess. Um I don't even really care about that, I think. I'll just pitch a Soultrader to grief them, I suppose. Uh, yeah, so now this lets me take a Wrath, which is card I'm most worried about, right? I could also I think I'm supposed to take is this a wizard? Oh, it's a wizard? Oh, then I'm taking Flame Honor. Wait, that's so busted. It's a wizard? It's a wizard. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so they don't have double white or the but if they do hit double white for the Wrath. No, I think I'm just gonna hope they don't find white mana. Play the Warren. If they want to purge it, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep attacking with these grave crawlers. Yeah. Eventually they have to block the Dranith, and then things get kind of awkward. Well, I'll Thoughtseize them and take their Wrath, I suppose. So now they're empty-handed, which I'm hoping will incentivize them to block with the Dranith. Alright. And now I'm just gonna play Bowmasters. And I mean they have some time to find something, but not too long. This is a 2-turn clock. So that's off the top and they're dead. This is a removal spell. I think that was very incorrect. I think you're definitely supposed to kill the Gravecrawler because it enables me to recast a second Gravecrawler. I guess they would have been punished pretty hard for doing that. But I still think it's their best option. So given that they don't have double weight for a Wrath, I'm just gonna play Gravecrawler since that's what would punish me. Because if they Wrath, then I can play Gravecrawler from hand and recast the other ones. But you don't have double weight, so what punches me is I'm having a remove spell or whatever, and so the second Gravecaller is just more pressure, or the third one, I suppose. Yeah, let's move on to the next match. That went pretty good. That was nice. Yep, let's go. We this on the play. So what's giving me pause is that I can go turn one Grave Sack for X and Tower 2 drop into. Actually, you know what? This sounds kind of reasonable. Um, Probably still supposed to mulligan it though. Because like a turn one grief pitch, I don't know, Stitcher Supplier or something. Play Marionette into play Bowmasters into no, actually I'm kind of in for this. Yeah, I am kind of in for this. I think this should be okay. I don't know, maybe this is greedy. Not even a maybe. It's like it's exceedingly greedy, but whatever. Cool, let me play the Phyrexian Tower. I think I want to exile the Stitchers. I already have a Gravecrawler. I think I'll needle my 2 drops. I want the Evoke to happen second. Um, hmm, only 1 land. Could take 2 in the narrative. But I'm probably best off just taking the Spell Snare. I think they're best answer to what I've got going on. And I'll just pass. They go. They better main phase this Galvanic. Alright. Otherwise, this isn't going to go very well for them. Okay, well, I don't think the Marionette's surviving for very long, but that's interesting. And I'm just going to go ahead and pass. They're not doing anything. They are. I'm going to play Bowmasters. Mix up these two. And yeah, now I'm really hoping that they missed their land drop. Ooh, they hit up lands. Okay, that's extremely good for them. Alright. That's not bad. I think I'm supposed to slam the Bowmasters. Their hand's kind of terrible. They really want to cast this to the narrative. But they could probably end step it if I didn't go over the Bowmasters. So this is just so much more damage. I think it's worth it. I have removal spell, so be it. Yeah. So now it's really only a Wrath that gets them out of this, or like land into Ring buys them some time. Oh boy. What an ideal draw for them, huh? Mm, play the Rave Crawler. Makes this lethal. It's worth it. If I need to cast the Deadly Dispute, I can sack the Serva, maybe? Subtlety. Well, Subtlety was 2 cards. I think I'm gonna bottom it? Lands are a good draw for me at this point. Or like reasonable anyway, so I think it's fine to bottom it. Because it isn't the most impactful spell. Well, continues to miss our land drop, which is good for me. I think I do want to keep a swamp up rather than a Phyrexian Tower. Scoop it up. Alright, yeah, that was just a really awkward draw for them, I suppose. Control tends to be solid across the board. Yeah, I think definitely boarding out players. They're not running Tamias, especially. Put on some Jet Medallions and some Stitcher Suppliers just because we want a bit more card quality. Yeah, I think this is fine. I mean, we could bring in Nighthall Spellbound for Flage, but I'm not like a huge fan of that. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe it's worth it. But I find that like often enough I can just fizzle the Flage life game so it doesn't matter as much until it becomes a Claw. And it's kind of inefficient as a removal spell, but I could definitely see it. Maybe board out like another Jet Medallion and something like that. The Grief Scam aspect maybe makes that a little bit better because Flage can help them grind from not having many cards. Ooh, this is a pretty good hand. So turn 1 I thought these take their counter spell into turn 2 Marionette, Deadly Dispute in the future. Another marionette, sure. And really needs a grave crawler, I suppose. Whoa, interesting. Could take the One Ring. Don't mind that. I think I'm in for that, yeah. If they want a subtlety, that's fine by me. Once I've taken their card advantage mechanism, that's a lot less threatening. And I can't really take a Wrath, and I can play around it with these marionettes. Very possible for you to make it so that they just can't Wrath, otherwise they die of the marionettes. Ooh, okay. So, and I'm slamming a marionette. There's the Gravecrawler I was asking for. This is a hand that could definitely combo them out. If this is a Steam Vents and a Counterspell, gonna be a pretty good draw for them, I suppose. No, Old Fountain. Whoa, no red mana. Oh, I guess they do need double white, but Counterspell, either way. Yep. I mean, I guess they're taking some damage off of that, so it's not the worst. Yeah, so. Oh. Oops. I accidentally X out the wrong fetch, but then they play the intermace anyway. I mean, so play another marionette. See what's up. Maybe I should have left a Phyrexian Tower for Deadly Dispute, but I don't think they go for the Wrath if I don't think they go for the Wrath if I just play Marionette and they hold up Subtlety instead, which I think is worse for me. There's not much reason to. And yeah, I'll just pass. So if they Wrath, they take a couple damage, taps them out. They have to shotgun the Sacred Foundry for it as well. And it means that I can then untap and play. And the Gravecrawler can get it back, basically. Well, I really hope they hit a blue card for their sake. Otherwise, they are just dead. Let's see. Wham. One time. GG's. GG's. Alright, that was pretty nice and easy, I will say. Not the best draws from our opponent, but like reasonable ones. And yeah, only a 3-2, unfortunately, but that's fine. We had some tough early matches. I do think the Grief version is overall a little bit better, but also like playing this version a little more just because you get to storm off more and add resource games are more fun. But you're a little bit more prone to like flooding and stuff like that, which is why I brought the rings main. Anyway, that's gonna do it for the video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also check out my Patreon link in the description. I'm gonna be doing some sort of content on just Chthoni Nightmare and Warren Soultrader combo decks in general. I'm not sure what that is quite yet. But I'm not sure if that'll be done before or after this video is out. But definitely go ahead and check out the Patreon, and if I've got stuff up there, I'll make a note of it in the description. And yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.